Back off green!
Back to White, back to Tuasui.
Stolen. 6, first man.
Sam Dugdale credited with that steal, and here's a first little chug for Manu Tuolangi, or more than a chug, that is beautiful. And he picks out Cliff, who's got some work to do. He had McGinty in support, and a try.
Score a really nice try from Sale Sharks.
Ben, just a little bit quick on that box kick, you're right on the edge there.
It was right at the bottom of the first breakdown?
Yeah, oh. Okay. I'll only call it when you're there.
Added in by Visa. That ball's gone loose, and Cliff got on his mind. Whatever it was, he couldn't get beyond White. However, here goes Yard, scoring! It was almost as if Irish's defence switched off for a moment.
This was a try of his own creating, having won the penalty, but when Will Cliff keeps it in, Marlon Yard decides to have a go on his own. And look, that is just soft tackling.
Angled back on their side, and they got just enough green shirts there in time. Rogerson, the captain, Matt Rogerson, and he's bursting his way through. Ben Curry makes sure that he then doesn't concede the penalty, which was very good awareness because he'd been clattered a few seconds before then.
Yeah, he took a big hit there and was a bit gingerly getting up to
Still they go! White! Sharp scrum half thinking.
They needed a score, and it needed to be a try. Look at that. Curry gets hit hard by Rogerson, but quick thinking from Ben White.
Yeah,
Players had to back off. They probably would have been sin bin.
Go free, lads!
Ross waiting, doesn't get that far. Sale keeping it tight, hunting what would be a third try, and Curry.
Advantage, entry.
Another penalty. Cliff McGinty. Oh, he's manufactured that brilliantly. How on earth did AJ McGinty squeeze that one through?
Beautifully done. Just gets his foot round the corner. That is a wonderful piece of skill.
And away!
Simmons. Here is Parton. Those flashy white feet. Oh, that's nicely done, and Creevy was in the middle of all that, and then the link provided by Coleman, and just short, but then Creevy was there again to score.
And they get through. Have a look at that beautiful handoff, and then once they get through, the space is exactly where it came from. No second invitation.
As you get into your 30s, you learn to be able to play 75–80%.
Hold.
Visa's catch.
Yes.
Sale looking for a fourth try.
Until that strike green too.
Going to have a penalty at the very least.
Oof, here goes Cliff, and he's gone down the short side and scored. Sharp from Will Cliff. And the Sharks have bagged their fourth try before the break.
And thankfully, Dupree got out of his way just in time, and he's able to hop, skip and jump.
Trying to do his own Tuolangi job, and Jackson spinning away. A moment of hope in the sunshine here for Irish. And that's really nicely away, and there goes Rona. Oh, beautifully done by Van der Merwe, and that is something worth watching again. Tom Parton.
All of a sudden has gone up, and I'll tell you what, if Tom Parton's managed to stay in touch, that is a superb finish, because he's got a lot of attention from both tacklers. Won't be able to see whether his foot's in touch. The ball's down there, but it's this angle, possibly, that will show us.
All good, Bonzi.
Yeah,
Thanks, mate.
feet are in the air, aren't they?
O'Sullivan, the new scrum half, happy for the green wedge to roll on.
Say more. Penalty advantage. Use it, please.
O'Sullivan needs to get on with it now. Whipped away, Jackson and Rowe, and it's really opening up. Parton sprinting for the corner, getting there.
This
Unlike your
time,
one.
it's a little tiny tip pass on his hip. Lovely hands from Hepatima. Nearly intercepted, but look at the quality of those two passes. And Parton, with his wheels, decided not to pass it. He
Still
thought he
waiting
could...
to come on, however, so Sale defensively still a man down. Rona putting his shoulder into it. Hoskins heading backwards. Hassell-Collins. We had Kyle Rowe away to the right-hand side, but Sale wouldn't let him get that ball away. It was tenacious defence. To Asui, Jackson over the top to Sean O'Brien, and then the run-in for Curtis Rona.
This was, look at that, tipped on by Paddy Jackson. Hassell-Collins recycles the ball, but look at what happens here. Comes to Sean O'Brien, and he knows he's not got the pace to take it over the line, but he knows a man who has, Curtis Rona.
Big kick. Big kick.
All good.
Tough angle, but this to draw them level. What's it got? What's it got? What they knew from the moment it left the tee. And the voices will tell you. 3 minutes to go, level. 31 points apiece, extraordinary. It's London Irish who have to be on their best behaviour. Ross. It's to Asui who was over the top, and it's Irish who can bank the points here. Up she goes, no problem with the distance. Oh, it's off the post! It's still got to be gathered.
It's not off yet.
Still we go on.
Lock on in the air, then into a white player.
Paddy Jackson then gets us underway. Clouds hang overhead here in West London. Really making any ground at all. Jackson kicks back inside. Oh, nice footwork from Jackson. Pops it into support. Once again, the enterprise coming from London Irish's 10, and they drive up to the line.
Let go of the ball on the floor.
They have it back here. Phipps goes looking for it. Simmons to his right, but burrowing over and scoring for the 4th match in a row, Augustine Creevy. That is best from the kicking tee so far this season, just a 61% success rate. 25 points to his name. And you can make that 27 points, and London Irish's lead is 7 points to 0.
Let go now. Thank you.
Numbers here, Rogerson, Jackson ducking back inside. Going to make amends for that forward pass. Rona. He's repelled this time. Ball loose. Phipps, and then through and scoring. Isaac Curtis Harris finishes the job this time.
Yeah, I'll have a look at that.
Jackson dissects the posts perfectly. 2 from 2 from him. 29 points for the season for Paddy Jackson. It's the ground when collecting it, and the ball's then fed inside to Carrera.
Everyone's on.
And Carrera stretches for that. Did it come forwards off his hands? London Irish have the ball anyway, but this time they hold on the ground, and it's Gloucester who have the penalty just outside of the 22. Gloucester on the board. Adam Hastings protecting that perfect record from the kicking tee. His box kick. Taken well by Parton, who is helped to the floor by Rowan Ackerman. Rogerson in midfield, acting as a centre this time. Once again, Gloucester have the penalty. On target, 2 from 2. Gary Elrington, who started the previous 4 matches for Gloucester so far this season, is on. That is a loose pass, and it's picked up by Rona, and Rona charges away. Little tap tackle there. Brilliantly done by Freddie Clark. Not for the first time this afternoon. The ball goes loose. Gloucester will now have to spend the next 10 minutes down to 14 men. And this could well be a penalty going over as well. I have to say it hasn't been a vintage display so far this afternoon from Mark Atkinson. Not one that he would necessarily want to remember from as early as the second minute when his attempted kick, trying to do a 50-22, went straight out on the full. Paddy Jackson hasn't missed so far this afternoon from the kicking tee. He adds another 3. London Irish have first blood in the second half. They lead 17-6. It is a penalty coming. And I have a feeling there might be a yellow card.
Number four.
It is a yellow card. Steve Maffey's going to the bin with 14 apiece, and Gloucester encamped on the London Irish line. Freddie Clark collects. Again, Gloucester. Again towards the try line, up and over, and the try scored. Ben Morgan emerges from the base. Gloucester fans celebrate, and they are very much back in this. Just drags it across the face of the post, so the extras aren't added, but it's just 6 points between these two sides now.
Let's go, Nick.
Phipps. Van der Merwe. Penalty given against Gloucester on the floor. Ben Morgan and Van der Merwe. Made it with ease. Jackson said he was feeling it, and he demonstrates that there. London Irish stretch their advantage back out to 9 points. It's Ludlow who's the target. Ball is formed. Gloucester look to get that front foot momentum going once again, and they've done so, and London Irish holding on desperately. Aren't going to stop this. The ball is down, the try is scored. It's 2 tries for Gloucester, both coming from their rolling ball. Sand wedges the 2 points over. London Irish looking to open up the door. Jackson. Chris Harris was there. Irish just managed to get him out, but Louis Rees-Summit's intercepted, and there's only going to be one result here. Rees-Summit flies away to put Gloucester into the lead. Simmons, the player, he plucked the ball away from.
He's coming, mate.
And the acceleration up to the 22, able to canter in. Gloucester fans celebrate. The extras are nudged over. Here's in the pocket, and that one ducks down, and Hassell-Collins runs round Rees-Summit, round another, still going on. Hassell-Collins brought down just 2 meters from the line. Brilliant run. Rogerson goes for the corner. He's over and down. The try scored, and we're all square. That wonderful sidestep of his, bringing him back inside, but it was the pace that took him round Rees-Summit to start with. And a few defensive question marks raised there on the Welsh winger. And there is the final whistle. Victory eludes London Irish once again. Paddy Jackson, who had a mostly brilliant performance from the kicking tee, certainly didn't have his best effort when it came to that drop goal attempt right at the death. It goes wide, and London Irish have their second draw of a season, 25 points apiece.
Into his role, of course, Jamie George recalled back into the England squad. At one stage he was going to be with Saracens this November. They bend it around the corner. Lots of large men doing big work in there, and he goes over the line. Arms are in the air, and most importantly, the arm of Ian Tempest is in the air as well. More bodies come in. Fancy again, Vunipola playing onto it.
Knock on, offside, he's played it.
Paddy Jackson's boot answers the call. Christie. Good, strong defence at the moment from London Irish. How long can they stay firm? The arm comes out from Ian Tempest.
Too long, fellas. You're not supporting your weight. Far too long.
Man of the match last weekend, Alex Lazowski. Hepatima looked a little high. Jackson Ray does well to come up underneath the ball. Big tackle from Coleman, who looks as though he's taken a bit of a head knock. So has Jackson Ray.
Time off, please.
The first one they were looking at, Coleman. Shoulder does look as though it's going to contact the head.
Just freeze it at point of contact, please.
Okay, let us wind it back.
Ray's head.
You haven't put anyone, no one else on the pitch. Okay, so number 4 is upright in the tackle. It's high danger. He's gone for HIA, but it is a red card. Okay, so number 4 is gone. He's now gone for HIA as well. So it's going to be a red card for him.
Another trip to the 22 for Saracens.
Hold.
Christie does well to come down with it. Has to grab the ball down and get it into the hands of Shagan. And Shagan is through. How did he find his way through? Rotimi Shagan finding gaps that no one else can really see.
Cheers, Al.
You can barely see him, let alone catch him. Big smiles for the winger. Van der Merwe throws his arms up, but Ian Tempest is scrutinising that part of the field. Free go for Saracens out the back. Good. Could this work? Obo to Yimba. Shagan again. Turns on the afterburners and slides home. They're still in the 22 though. Hands, Christie, little juggle, looks for his man, Bernal. Delightful stuff from Saracens. And the party pieces are starting to appear. Suddenly the lead is increased and heads towards 30 points. Rogerson. Really serious questions being asked here. Hepatima, Saracens try to come in.
Penalty advantage offside.
Given away a penalty. Man out wide is Carl Rowe for the second time in 2 weeks. Has he got there? I think he has. Wrestles it to the floor. Vunipola for the line. Mako Vunipola has got there. He has increasingly found himself in wider spaces in this game. Goodrick Clark. Jennings again. Rowe. He's got some pace as Carl Rowe. Here goes Carl Rowe again. Carl Rowe stepping, going. That is a wonderful individual score from Carl Rowe. And if we didn't know about the former Scotland Sevens man, we do now. That beautiful mullet of his flowing in the wind. They go left-hand side. Ollie Hassell-Collins bursts through. Ollie Hassell-Collins stepping, going. Man on the inside is Nick Phipps. That is much more like it from London Irish. They have really burst into life in this second half. Then it works, and Ollie Hassell-Collins has been doing this for quite a while in the Premiership, bursting through that large, long gate of his, making defences pay. Phipps is the beneficiary on the inside. Phipps has worked hard this afternoon. It's a welcome return for him. Line out is good from Irish. Forward it folds, forward it goes. Irish to the line once more. There is the 4th bonus try.
Yeah.
Looks okay, mate.
They found the crevice. They found the weak spot in the Saracens' maul defence and tumbled through it.
Shot!
Round the corner again.
Right.
Recycle again. Fantastic defence from Saracens, but it's on out here if they can get it. Out to Rowe. Rowe to score. It is out wide. There is a kick to come, but Kyle Rowe has given London Irish a chance.
All good, yeah?
Yeah.
On the 5, mate.
Parton does well. The pass to him isn't great. And dare I say it, the kick to come, Rory Jennings. Of course he does! Of course he does! London Irish celebrate like it's one of the greatest wins they've ever experienced. Dejected Saracens move away. They feel as though they've lost, because the lead was so great, so big, and yet they've been pegged back. What heart, what fight from London Irish. Yes, it's a draw, but it feels so much more than that. Incredible scenes at the StoneX Stadium in North London. A derby and a result worthy of a monumental contest. All credit to the visitors. Final score, Saracens 34, London Irish 34.
Into the last 8.5 minutes of this first half. Still waiting for our first points. Reid again competing for it. Picked up by Albert Tuasui. Here's James Stokes. Augustin Crevi. Jackson. Now there's some space. Through the gap goes Sinti. Sinti has got help to his right. Sinti still going on his own. Terence Hepatima. And Hepatima gets the opening try of the night. Fantastic break from Sinti.
It was, and it looked like that pass to the right was on. He went left and got it right in the end. I think it's just a big collision here. There's nothing illegal about it.
Here's another. Lud de Jager. They keep on coming at you, but you have to admire the defence that London Irish have demonstrated. Faf de Klerk. Oh, he just lost his footing.
Deliberate trip.
Well, the referee has got his arm out. He thinks there was a deliberate trip there on Faf de Klerk.
15.
If it was a deliberate trip, well, it is. It's a yellow card, and who knows? Might it be more? They're within half a metre. There it is once again for Sale. They think they've got it down. So does Andrew Jackson. Dun de Prea. And the last action of the first half sees AJ McGinty slots in and Sale have the lead. A crisp strike from the Ulsterman. There he is again, the Springbok. On to Ben Curry. Curry, look at the strength. They're within 2 metres now. And Sale have got it. Faf de Klerk took the gamble. Well, it was Dun de Prea in the first half. It's the twin bro this time. It's Jean-Luc. Jackson, they're spinning it wide, and there's James Stokes, and Stokes is through.
Brave call to go to touch for the maul. They committed their centres, which you're like, you've not got it going forward. They've committed 2 backs, and still they somehow found the edge.
Many of these players play as if with the lungs of marathon runners. The endurance is fantastic. There goes Robert de Prea. Looking at this, now that is late. I rather suspect, Christian, that if Sale do win this tonight, London Irish will rue their indiscipline. Fantastic defence coming in from London Irish. A crucial moment in the match. Looking for that extra half metre or so. And this time they have got there. Stokes fires it into the ground. Sam James just canters over. It's awkward, and it's gone into the hands of a London Irish player. And Bernard Janssen van Rensburg has crossed.
Beautiful from James Stokes again. Irish, they're so smart as a team. They know the moments to kick, they know the moments to find the edge.
Here's James again.
Out of 10, out of 10.
He palms it back, and here they have a chance, and it's Aaron Reid, and Reid gets in. This man can do no wrong. You got Pearson at the front. It's Rob Simmons. They go to the experienced Wallaby Centurion, and look at the white jerseys coming here. It's an arm wrestle. Can they get it over the line?
That's once, Irish.
There's Phipps. Phipps trying to roll over, and Phipps has got there. And London Irish are back level. And Sale decide they will be happy with the 3 points. Final score at the AJ Bell. Both sides go away with 3 points apiece. It's finished 27 each.
Somebody let us know when summer's on the way, please. It's May the 1st, it feels like March the 1st. But for the time being, it's dry. There's a hint of watery sunshine as Wasps in the whites and Charlie Atkinson get us going.
Some more.
And Wasps, for the first time in this match, a credible threat, bearing down on the Irish try line. Will Goodrick-Clark's got himself in a very handy position, or eventually had to make way, and Wasps still going, rumbling towards the line, muscling their way over. How do Irish stop this legally? They don't. From the line out, a pile of Midlanders who used to be Londoners drive over, and it's a Willis who gets up and takes the plaudits. Robson again on Phipps. It's a cracking little contest at scrum half. Jackson. Rowe. Pearson, he's done it again to release Bernard van Rensburg, and Rowe up in support, and Rowe and his mullet score a beauty. Well, the Flyers will take some credit, but we all know that it's Tom Pearson with that lovely little pass out of nowhere that set the whole thing up in the first place.
Set. Stationary 9.
Jackson crouching, deciding which way to go. He eventually goes right. Phipps goes left and picks out Van Rensburg, who kicks delicately towards Hassell-Collins. Hassell-Collins against Kibarigi. Contest not needed because the ball was shipped to Parton. That is quality. And 2 men being scrutinised by Eddie Jones today conspire to score another Irish try.
Set.
In this, you really want to try and put as much pressure as you can. You obviously don't want to concede. It's a strong scrum by Wasps.
It is, and it sets up this position. Robson whips it away. What a wonderful pass. Oh, to Francois Houhard. Tom Willis picked it up, gave it to Robson, who then served it up on a silver salver for the Springbok right wing. How quick was that pass from Robson?
It looks great.
Thank you.
Now let's have a look at this maul that Wasps have been developing this season. They've seen others doing it. They've seen Leicester and Saracens really benefit. Got numbers back from injury in training now, so they can spend more time perfecting moments like this. With the forwards coach, Richard Blaze, and setting up moments that lead to tries, and Charlie Atkinson. That's what you practice for during the week up at Henley and Arden. Turning it increasingly into a weapon this season, and it launches one of the nippiest backs. Jack Willis. Robson spreads it wide, and this is Fekete, and surely it's the simplest of balls and the simplest of run-ins for Francois Houhard, who has 2. Wasps have a bonus point, and they are exerting all the pressure they can.
On advantage over.
Bassett on his bike. Kibarigi to the left. This might be another. Bassett took his time. Kibarigi stayed with him. It's too easy for Wasps.
Wonder if they're going to come back and have a look at that. Is it obstruction?
Yeah, it's Ben Harris, number 17. Just watch out for him. There we are.
Obviously, so we're looking.
I'm not sure it'll affect the try.
I'm happy with it.
He's just looked at it. He's just looked at it. It's fine. Broken away at the front.
Irish, meantime, driving over the line and scoring. Well, you never say never in these parts. We've been around too long to know that. And Tom Pearson at the centre of it all. Pearson, Jackson, and Simmons behind Van Rensburg. Back to Jackson, Arundel. Here's the adventure, here's the quality. Oh, Arundel's gone. This kid's something special.
That's what you want to do when you get off the bench. Make an impact. I just love his decision making. Looks up, so I'm not running into his brick wall. Chip over the top, find the space, ride that collision, and then accelerate away.
Aggregate points per match over the last 3 fixtures between these two: 68 points, 75 points, 67 points at the moment, with the threat of more to come and more big hits. And James Gaskell has just been obliterated, or at least semi-obliterated, by Tuasuin. Irish going again, and Arundel and Hassell-Collins, and do not turn off your television just yet.
I mean, this level of collision is massive. Tuasuin putting in his second game of the week, gets him onto the front foot, and Arundel steams into the space, takes on Atkinson, and Hassell-Collins. It's a simple finish for him.
They need a converted try, so it'll be a tough conversion even if they go over, but they're driving to... Oh, they think they've scored!
Must have.
They think they've scored.
Here it comes.
The throw's fine, ball's at the front, access to the ball carrier.
Look at
The
Launchbury.
setup's good. 4 collapse. So penalty try, yellow card.
Absolutely.
And that's the end of the game. They don't need to take the conversion, do they? You agree, Malcolm? Time's up. So it's penalty try. There's no need for a conversion.
Honestly. Honestly.
4 collapse.
When Wasps led 39-14, who saw this coming? Tables turned. Last season it was Wasps doing the late burgling and Irish having to suck it up. Today it's Wasps having to suck it up. What an extraordinary fixture this one is.